My name is Oscar.
My name is Carl.
And this is Who Would Watch This? Welcome to Who Would Watch This podcast. We watch a film, chat about the film, and then try and figure out who'd watch it. Tire screech. Ain't that today, is it, Carl? What are we doing? What are we doing?
We're doing it's a what we watched June July.
Yeah, June July.
It's June July.
Smidge of August.
What we watched June July, a little bit of Aug.
Yeah, we do these because
June July Aug.
we go, you know
We
what?
don't do them quarterly.
We do it quarterly.
Every financial quarter.
Exactly. It's Q3 and it's been a great Q3, huh? How's that? No, we filmed some of the video stuff and we're like, we're nailing it. And sometimes we need a week and I think we missed it. You know what we're doing?
And sometimes we get a little hungover and look like dog shit.
Yeah.
And I can't be on
Yeah,
camera.
look, I said with not a bit of face, this face should not be on camera right
Absolutely.
now. I look like horse shit.
I also straight up have not. I usually would be getting like a haircut every 2 months. It's been 4 months. I have no money.
You look like dreads.
I do
It's
look
fucked.
like
It's
my
crazy.
hair's so long.
It's shagged
it's
up.
so long. It's
shaggy.
super shaggy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a good look. Even people at work have been telling me I've looked like crap this month.
I heckled you, said get a haircut hippie a la Nixon, but it hasn't.
It rocks me.
Yeah, exactly.
It absolutely
I'm
rocks
glad it
me.
did. Carl, we've watched some movies, not for the podcast. We're just watching it casually outside. Sometimes, we check out films that aren't bad. Who knew?
Who knew?
And we just thought we'd go through them. We watched a few together. We've watched a few separately. And we just thought we'd give you a little review, a little chat about them. Is that crazy? Is that nuts?
I think it's nice. I think
nice.
it's good. I think people should settle in. And I think we'll let you... I think we worked out the best way to handle this is to not spoil anything.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So we'll let you know if we're going to spoil a film.
Yeah.
But as far as we're concerned,
Yeah.
no spoilers.
I'm looking down here. I'm going to spoil the first. There's some I'll spoil because they've been out for a while and we've all seen them. But yes, generally, if there's a new one, we'll try and avoid it.
You've got to be careful now. I was telling you that there is an age demo that's rediscovering The Sixth Sense, and they didn't know the twist.
Yeah.
And one of our close friends was one of them. Do you know this?
No, I didn't know this. Which is so funny because it was such a meme. I feel like maybe as I was watching it, people were like, "There's a twist happening."
Yeah.
But I was young. I was like 10 when I watched it. What is who?
It was Sarah.
Oh no!
Didn't know the twist. Thought it was like the best movie she's ever seen.
Fuck yeah, I love that.
And so she was just raving about it. Because I think on top of it, she didn't realize that's also just a good film.
It's great.
Really good drama, suspense,
That's the best thing.
supernatural horror.
That twist is of course, makes it.
Yeah,
But then
it's
you
just
gotta
cream on top.
Yeah.
It's cream on top of
Exactly.
a fucking good film.
It's what a slap in the face when they do the sit down scene at the dinner. We're just spoiling the success now. We just promised we wouldn't spoil stuff. Guys, he's not dead. It's a separate
it's
thing.
fine.
I'm sorry,
It's
all the new
fine.
listeners. Sorry. Carl, let's jump into the first one, huh?
Ventured out to the movies. You got to go to the premiere for this. Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5. The fifth in the Toy Story canon.
Now, I'm going to throw a little bit of a double controversy out here. Not even a double controversy.
I'm on Tim Allen's side. He's got good politics. Go on, what are you saying?
Straight up, in like comparable when you put like all franchises next to each other, probably one of the best fifth films I've seen in a franchise.
Look, yeah, I'm trying to think of a fifth film in any franchise that's redoing. Not counting like James Bond or like one of those sort of ones. They're good,
So
to the point that you go, look, it's the fifth one, and we're still kind of doing okay. I'm happy with that.
And so I think baseline's there. That's fine. I think if you know what a Toy Story is and you like Toy Story and you go in, I think you'll be fine with that. Did not like this film.
No, I was similar. And again, it's definitely a spiteful 30-year-old going, these aren't made for me anymore. But unfortunately, they kind of are a little bit.
Well, I would also say I'm not one of the haters on Toy Story 4. I like Toy Story 4. I thought Toy Story 4, in comparison to 5, comes back with a strong narrative and idea as to what it actually wants to tell with those characters. I thought everybody's arc had been done before.
Yeah.
I'm like...
At this point, I thought they were greedy. I thought they
It
were
comes
greedy
across as
toys. They were
greedy.
like, I want a third kid to play with me. At this point, you're eternal beings. I'm sorry, at some point, you're going to have to let it go.
You absolutely... do something about that, then.
Yeah.
I compliment-wise, it's the most I've ever liked Bonnie. I don't think I've ever really connected to Bonnie in Toy Story 3 or 4.
I couldn't believe... So the creator was like, this is the Bonnie trilogy. So they're going to make a sixth one, and she's the through line of these last two, essentially.
Yeah. And I think as well, good for you wanting to touch on I guess, iPad kids and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But you can't.
I think it's toothless, their take of just sort
It's
of
totally
like,
toothless.
of just like, sometimes I guess it's good, but other times no.
Well, they don't want to do any discussion of blaming the parents.
Yeah.
They don't want to get the parents offside because they're the ones paying to take the kids to the movie. But I've got nieces. They love their toys and they love to watch stuff. They like both. They use it all.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a like, I'm sure there are obviously a lot of kids that just look at an iPad.
Yeah.
But the way that I've encountered the kids in my family still like love to build things.
Yeah.
Love to have an imagination. Like my niece wrote on the wall. Because she's got such an imagination. Look.
Wow, what an artiste.
I know. Wrote my partner's name.
Yeah, gotcha.
Probably got a crush on him. Isn't that cute?
It's not, well, it's incest by, marriage. But yeah, no, you're right. And I feel like it's sort of, I don't know, it's sort of blaming this. I will say compliments. One, it always looks great. What's kind of getting me through was the Conan. I'm very much
Look, Conan's good in it. I thought as well. I didn't think it was as good looking as 4. I thought 4 had way more dynamic lighting.
I remember them like showing off. They're like, "What if this Toy Story? This beautiful stream of light and the dust coming through." Remember that was like a whole thing. This one's. I can't really think of a scene that looked. I was like, "Wow, that's amazing." How did you guys do that?
Feel like a big story to me, and I thought Toy Story 2, 3, and 4. Are way bigger adventures.
Yeah.
But they just sort of go to a girl's house and hang out there. I also think they have run these toys into the ground. I think they probably needed to have swapped them over.
I thought
Woody didn't need to come back.
Woody didn't need to come back. I feel like you got to kill some of this cast. When I saw the guys from the fourth, when Forky was there, I was like, that's fine, but you kill some of the other ones.
Well, the other thing too is I thought this was one of the least funny Pixar films. I'd just seen Hoppers. And I thought Hoppers was awesome.
Yeah, other than Conan, which I'm very much enjoying, there really is no. I think Woody doesn't really get a joke. I don't think Buzz really gets a joke. Everyone's just sort of a bit. It's just very odd,
Yeah, it just felt very dull. I just thought it was quite a dull. I thought it was one of the weaker ones in the franchise.
Yeah,
and that's where I also didn't love the design for Bonnie's imagination. Thought
the sort of a stencil,
the watercolor sort of thing. Because
yeah.
I think Andy's imagination is like that big bridge in the third one. It's like blowing up. It's all done like a big blockbuster, and it makes it feel really expansive. This illustration style that they've given it. Like, is actually creeping in, so it's almost making the world she has really small. Yeah. And I just didn't.
I get it's like a kid's imagination, but for a child, you're not thinking POV. You're not thinking that's what I'm seeing. A parent seeing that sort of like they're just coloring in sort of garbage. Yeah. No, I wasn't in love with this. And I forgot about it pretty much after I watched it.
I straight up forgot about it too. Yeah. It took me a while to remember to log it.
And it's all fine. It's all great. But, you've got such a legacy with these Toy Story films.
It made me go, I went home and pretty much watched Toy Story 3, which, unbelievable. Unbelievably good.
Yeah. I will say, I feel like the villain in this is really lacking in just giving them it's the iPad. That's I don't even think they're. I think it's just a different point of view, which I almost hate more. Like I'd rather the iPad is horribly evil. You know?
I think just take I don't think it takes a strong enough stance. I think they've got the beginnings of an idea that's been rushed into production. I did like how they animated Bonnie's anxiety. I thought that was good. Like the way she sort of like curls herself up, or she doesn't want to look people in the eye. Yes. I thought, they've really well animated a kid that's feeling uncomfortable in social situations.
Which is just evil because you just know they got a bunch of children just like have a panic attack and just we're gonna mocap that.
Absolutely. Also sleepovers stressed me the fuck out as a kid. So when Bonnie wasn't having a good time, I was like, get out of there. I know what you're feeling.
I was an alpha at the sleepovers.
What happened to you?
I always got the bunk. It ruined me. I got greedy, and you know what? And then, people like you who had to claw the way back up. Finally, it took me off my top bunk.
Yeah, I'm yet to peak, and yet you peaked at 10. How does that feel?
It was a rush like no other, like a heroin high. You gotta try it. But yeah, that was Toy Story 5. Can you believe it?
What are you giving Toy Story 5?
I gave it 3 out of 5.
I'm giving it a 2.5.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty brutal.
I was definitely sitting at a 3, and then I realized how much I didn't like it.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad a thing.
The base level's it's pretty good.
Yeah, I just think
I'll never watch it again.
No, I'll never watch it again. But to me, if you look at these movies, I think the first one introduces Buzz. That's a big thing. The second one introduces
I guess Jesse and Woody's backstory.
Yeah, and so I'm like, that feels big. You've got a monumental character that's sticking around and you're fully fleshing out someone.
Yeah.
And then you've got the third one, which is they leave Andy, which feels like a big moment. And then the fourth one, they split apart. And that to me is also like a consequential thing in like the world of Toy Story.
Yeah.
That in this one, I don't think there's any forward momentum for anybody.
No, what is even... And again, it really just feels like... I'm so sorry, guys. Like, you've been played with 2 kids now. Like, yeah. I'm sick of you guys being like, we need to play... Like, it's... You guys need... This can't be your motivation to be played with. It feels weird.
They should have stayed at the preschool then. Because the whole idea is like toys can live there for their entire life.
Yeah.
And they're not latched to a single kid.
Yeah.
You know? Why have you bothered?
It's odd.
Oscar, what have you watched this Ginger Org?
Carl, I watched Enemy. Dennis Villeneuve. Dennis V.
If you can't say it, just butcher it.
Dennis V. He's been making those Dune films, which I have not checked out yet. Haven't seen second. Didn't get tickets to the IMAX, and now it's. I was like, I won't watch it on TV. I'm hoping for the third one they do all the back ones. But I watched Enemy, which is one of his earlier ones with Jake Gyllenhaal. Jakey G. I was loving it, atmosphere-wise. Just so you guys know, it's Jake Gyllenhaal essentially. His character finds out there's another person that looks exactly like him. And then they're both sort of playing a bit of cat and mouse to figure out what the hell's going on, while both of their partners are also thinking there's another Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's also super low budget. It's like a $3 million movie or something, isn't it?
It looks so... It's so... atmosphere, and that's the thing I was loving.
It's a vibe.
It's such a vibe, and I feel like if you're not in that headspace, you're gonna be like, this is taking its fucking time.
Yeah,
I was very much enjoying that, and it's sort of got like a sort of I'm trying to think of a better way to explain it, but it's sort of like a Donnie Darko-esque sort of narrative put on top of it, if that makes sense. Like, it's a bit abstract and sort of leaving a bit of the ending to interpretation.
Had you had the ending spoiled for you? Because it's quite a famous ending.
I vaguely had.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, I think I know this.
Yeah.
But I was sort of, it didn't really connect to my head. And then I saw it went,
oh, it's this film.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, exactly. And that was great. I think I was very much enjoying it, and then I felt like I was like, I'm not going to look up anything. I'll do 7 days of not looking up anything. I sat with it, and I very much enjoyed that. Once I researched and looked up stuff, I'm like, okay, that's a nice way of doing it. But I think just the atmosphere and vibe and what it's sort of saying, I was very much enjoying that.
Yeah.
So big recommend on that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, great stuff.
I haven't seen that in years. My main memory I have of it is of its ending, and I thought Jake Gyllenhaal was like awesome in it.
He's so good.
Like, just so good in it.
Real subtle. He's playing like one kind of jackass and one kind of not meek, but kind of a solid guy. And again, if you sort of, the ending sort of explains why that is, he's playing it in those two ways. But just really subtle. I feel like he's playing very similar guys, and they're very close, but they're just a little subtle different. And you immediately know which one's on screen.
Yeah,
he's really good in it.
He is really good. It's a shame he hasn't worked more with Denise since. Because have you seen Prisoners?
I have seen Prisoners. Great.
Yeah, because I think those are like two of his strongest performances are with Denis.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why he's not doing more with that director.
Yeah, totally. I feel like, and he's a big A-lister. Like, he's not like Denis gone, I've outgrown you. You know?
Yeah.
Is he also in Sicario? Why am I thinking he's in Sicario?
Not in Sicario. No, that's Emily Blunt.
I always get them confused. Constantly during, Oppenheimer, I was thinking this is a Gyllenhaal affair, but it wasn't.
It's a lot of Gyllenhaal.
There's a lot of
Gyllenhaal in Oppenheimer.
But no, real fun stuff. It's funny, those films that you have to like sort of look up the ending to sort of get. I felt a bit. I was like, no, I'll be good. I won't look up anything. I guess two different feelings. You know, you get the like emotional feel of the film, and then you get almost like the sort of what explain this. And it's like, okay, two different things, but it was enjoyable to sort of sit with it for a moment.
It is fun when I feel like there was more happening back in the early 2010s of we're doing super ambiguous filmmaking. And it's sort of gone away, but I recently watched Under the Silver Lake, and that was like, I loved that movie so much. And that was one that was very much You can sit with it. You can think about it. I just like really sat with me for ages because it was such a slow moving mystery, and that was really just odd.
I think it's like that. It's like a remnant of like that popularity of mumblecore. I don't know. Like mumblecore was like early 2000s, like really low budget, nothing really happening, but sort of, we're just sitting in this feeling, and people were eating it up.
Yeah.
So I think they're like, we can probably do a blockbuster of that for $3 million, and fuck it. I love it. It's great stuff. It's good stuff.
What have you given it?
I'm giving it 4 out of 5. Carl, what else were you putting your little peepers on to?
I'm going to do this as like a trilogy.
Whoa,
but I decided I was sick over winter. And when I'm sick, I like to watch a Lord of the Rings film.
Hells yeah.
It's just cozy because Hobbiton's so cozy. It was the first time I decided to watch the extended editions.
Oh, yeah?
Which, I think a lot of people go, you've got to watch them.
I am in
They're
the camp.
so good.
I'm in the camp. If you're showing anybody Lord of the Rings, don't fucking show them a 4-hour edit. If you can, find one shorter than the theatrical. Find a 2.5-hour one. Cut a bunch of stuff. Because quite frankly, they're great, but you got to watch them, like them, and then check it out.
Yeah.
I'm never showing someone the deleted scenes of The Office, straight off the bat.
God,
check
no.
it, like it, then watch it.
It is.
How do you... I think I've only done it once, and they're good.
In my opinion, they made each film worse.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So I was like...
They've edited it out. They've done a good editing.
Yeah, every single time they were like... They've edited out just like Pippin getting big from drinking the tree water. And you're going, that's a lot of tree water chit-chat. And then being like, I miss getting fucked up and high back in the Shire. And that's the driving force for it being like, then we probably need to fight and kill to get our high back.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
I guess it's just motivation. There's also, I remember like in the first one, there's like a big scene where they're like, here's all the presents I got you guys.
It goes on forever. They were so good at cutting it. You realize how lean those like near 3-hour ones are.
They pack so much in. It's so impressive.
I think it also fucked their pacing because I think for the length, I think the Lord of the Rings movies are really well paced. But I thought these extended editions, I was like, you don't need this.
No, of course not. Every single time you go, I see why you cut that.
Yeah.
They're bonuses for people that love Lord of the Rings and want to see the extra stuff. I have no idea why fucking annoying people are just like, hey, I'm going to show you Lord of the Rings. Guess what? I'm going to make it a fucking miserable experience. Horrible. If you're trying to get someone to do that, don't do that.
And the third one, they're like, that eye in the sky? He's got a mouth. And then a guy came out and he's just a mouth.
That is a good scene, though. I like the mouth scene. That's freaky. It's the mouth of Sauron.
Hated the mouth of Sauron.
In terms of aesthetically, or just like your...
Aesthetically, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was odd to have such a long talk prior to the war.
Yeah, and when he does a bit of karaoke for that 4 minutes, look, it's a gorgeous voice, but you just gotta wrap it up.
I think they did. I'm shocked they shot a lot of it. If I'm being honest, it's nuts every time I look up that Peter Jackson got to make those movies the way that he did.
It's just like, because I've seen what was his film, Bad Taste, which is him doing a micro budget New Zealand alien thing. It's very fun, but looks like dog shit. Then he did the Muppets evil Muppets one where they're all fucking on drugs and coke. And then I think he did one good film. I can't remember what it's called. And then they were like, here's $1 billion. Good luck. Do them back to back. We hope you nail it. Do all practical. We don't care.
Well, you look it up. They all only cost like $100 million to make.
Yeah.
And so, for the price of like half of the new Avengers movie, you got the trilogy of the Lord of the Rings
and an IP that just keeps bleeding money. It's crazy.
Absolutely,
shitting money.
And after I was and I do just like the Lord of the Rings world, and so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put on the Hobbit. It can't be done.
No,
it looks bad.
It looks bad.
And that's the main issue with it. Because I think the story's good of The Hobbit. I love that book, but man, that is such an ugly looking film.
Someone's edited it down to a film. I've been wanting to watch that.
It just doesn't help because it's not visually appealing.
Yeah, no, look, I remember there's that GoPro shot in the barrels.
It's nonsense.
Which is just horrible.
You'd think Peter Jackson had never directed before, and yet he has.
Oh, I mean,
he's crushed
all the
it.
behind the scenes, we've talked about it before, but him just looking like he wants to absolutely kill himself. And you're just like, yeah. And it's so cruel the studio's like, we're going to not do a New Zealand. It's like, this is literally... You see why he went off on just the Beatles documentaries for a while.
I would have loved to see those two by Guillermo del Toro. I reckon that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
So big shame. And I'm sure Andy Serkis is going to make an absolute turd of a film next year. You seen that?
No, what's he doing?
So he's doing The Hunt for Gollum.
Gotcha. Where's that set? Is that like
I don't know.
Is it sort of sort of a Clone Wars-esque sort of vibe?
Probably.
Yeah.
They're like that guy that made that new Animal Farm and Venom 2.
And Mowgli. and Mowgli.
He's back. He's back in a big way, and he's making himself the star.
God, he's good. He's good. God, he's good. Carl, what do you give Lord of the Rings?
Oh, like, they're all... I think I've always... To me, the first one's like a 5, the second one's a 4.5, and the third one's a 4.
Yeah.
That's how I sort of rate them.
Mm-hmm.
And for the extended editions, they all drop another half star.
Yeah, fairs.
And that's where I was at.
It's pretty brave.
It is fun to watch the extended version of a movie you absolutely love and go, nah.
Yeah, you think, they're pretty tight. Yeah, done.
Absolutely.
Carl, it's the flick of the year, people have been saying. The film of the year is Odyssey. We did a whole month on Greek mythology because we were freaking obsessed with the Odyssey. We've talked about it a little bit, but what's your vibe? What'd you see? Have you seen it?
I've seen it twice. Mm-hmm. Great both times. Even loved it more the second time, honestly.
I was the same.
Look, I'm not going to deny it. It's a bro-y film, and it's fucking sick. It looks great. It feels good. It feels like a blockbuster. Mm-hmm. Love it. Yeah. Just absolutely love it.
It's hard to hate. I've got notes where I'm just like, don't like this. But then you see him on a big boat, and you're like, well, that's pretty fucking cool. It's hard to be like, wow, the shot's a bit out of focus. My big fucking thing that I think is my only like real thing I'm not enjoying, and I stand by this on the second watch, is I do not like Tom Holland in this role. He was not doing it for me. I feel like, and this is not against Tom Holland. He is up against some of the best actors who know this project's going to be big and huge, giving their all and giving their 30-year careers best.
Yeah. So this is, on a second watch, I was like, this is the best Matt Damon's ever been.
Yeah. I'd say it's the best. Who's the guy who plays the old man? I'm going absolutely crazy.
John Leguizamo?
Yes. At the start, I'm like, he's playing it pretty broad. And then by the end, I'm like, my God, what a performance. Just career best from him. Just like everyone's nailing it. Yeah, and Tom Holland.
Samantha Morton as well. Samantha Morton.
Is that the one who plays
She's Cersei?
Yeah, just terrific. Tom Holland.
She's a precog. Do you realize she's a precog? She's the precog in Minority Report.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's her.
That's a great
And so I'm like, whoa, you're such a good actress.
That's so good. Damn. That's a great film as well. But anyway, when everyone's doing that, and Tom Holland, I think maybe he's just approached this character different. I feel like he's played it very noble, but we introduced to a whole of men trying to fuck his mother. He's like, I'm semi the hero of this story. I'm like, I don't think this is how you should be playing it personally. And I just think, people are acting a bit of
Robert Pattinson also killing it. Straight up killing it.
He can't die. He's the best actor in the world. Genuinely career bet. Like, he's just that fucking, can someone get that pet? Like, it's just, he's just nailing it.
Who would say beggars the way?
Oh my God.
He must have said that, and everybody on set went, that's the best possible way to say that line. I can't believe you've done that.
So revolting is so fucking good. So slimy. Yeah. I can't believe how he's like Machiavellian, just like him with a knife out like a goddamn theater play. Him sheathing it when Tom Holland and hiding in the shadows. Just loved it. And I just think when everyone else is doing that, like, it kind of shows the through line of the Tom Holland stuff is kind of lacking. But then the Matt Damon stuff, my God, you're just like, they cannot catch a break, these boys.
He's having a tough time. He's having a tough time out there on the seas, that's for sure.
It's just great stuff. No, fantastic. What are you giving the Odyssey?
I'm just giving it a 5. I just enjoy it. I'll watch it forever now. Yeah. It's just, I'm going to see it a third time before I leave cinemas. Very nice. Mainly because I actually just thought the sound design is something I'll never get to hear again, probably.
The first time I went to a standard definition and a very big one. And everyone was like, the noise is cracked. I'm like, I could barely hear it. So I was kind of like, nah. Second time, I was in a small, dense theater, and my God, that sound! I could imagine you saw an IMAX as well.
Yeah,
I imagine they just rocked your cock off, just fucking vibrating.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, circumcised by the sound.
It was squiggling away, and I was like, somebody grab it. There was honestly down the front, the guy was brushing everybody's away, and he was like, sorry, you lost them. It's in the tickets.
Same happened in the Tenon. I like he worked out the sound design from Tenet.
But some people have been also like being like, oh, the Odyssey has bad sound design. I think it really depends on the cinema you see it in. Because I saw...
mine was completely different.
Yeah. So I saw... Because I ended up... When I saw it the second time, I went to an event cinema with Dolby. And that was the better sound over IMAX.
Yeah, gotcha.
But IMAX, you know,
he's playing around with it.
Yeah.
And I just think some cinemas aren't... Either it's something to do with he's doing a bit janky.
Yeah.
And then some cinemas like, I'm so sorry, we just boosted it.
When I worked at a cinema, you were essentially given like a list of the specs and things like that you would need to level to go for the movie and how it's done. And the cinema I was at definitely got to a point where they just ignored that. Yeah. And they were like, this is an equal thing. Yeah. Now we don't have to waste the time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's cinemas that don't bother.
Yeah. It's fair. Why would you?
Yeah. What have you given it?
I'm giving it 4.5.
Well, there you go. I'll bounce off of yours, your critique of Tom Holland.
Oh, huge.
Because I agree that I think he stands out in that movie. I don't think it's a bad performance, but I think he does stand out in the film.
I don't think, it's not a bad performance, just more everyone's nailing it. And almost, I always think Christopher Nolan's also, like, I need to make a lot of money. So he's like, let me hire, essentially, probably the second, after Timmy, probably the biggest.
Yeah, probably the youngest,
demo.
Yeah.
So
Same
I get,
with like
I get
Zendaya and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and it worked. He's got like this $1.6 billion film.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was one of those things where I went, I think, will Tom Holland be around forever? And then I saw that new Spider-Man movie, and that's the best Tom Holland's ever been.
Great.
And I was like, I forget you are like very good as Spider-Man.
I think that's the problem. I think he's bringing a bit of the Spider-Man energy to that role, and it's just a bit off. Whereas when he's in Spider-Man, he's perfect for Spider-Man.
And I think, because in this Spider-Man is probably the first time he's asked to not play a boy. Yeah. And so his performance is very different to those other 3 Spider-Man movies, which I really liked in this new Spider-Man film. He felt
very childish in the third one with all the Spider-Man. Yeah. I felt like he's playing a bit like, what's going on, man? I'm like, you're older than me, so let's just let's just do this whole thing. But this new one.
Yeah. So I think in the new one, I think in that last one he's meant to be 18 and this is like a 6-year time jump, so it's like he's 20 something.
Good. Yeah.
And I'd say it's got a bit of a commentary on like the male loneliness epidemic, which I thought was really strong.
He's scrolling 4chan, just like
he's having a tough time.
Fucking Zendaya, there's a white stupid male. I'm the alpha. I should get the girl. It's fucking ridiculous. I would watch a good 2 hours of that. Was that the film?
Imagine if Spider-Man was just a troll. Yeah. That's what this is.
God, it would go hard.
It would go hard.
Yeah.
But I had a really good time with this, and I thought I wasn't going to because the marketing was terrible. But they've had to cut a movie around a twist that I don't know why they bothered, because I think everybody knew going in. But the first sort of like 3/4 of the movie is a mystery, and so to market it must have been frustrating.
In my mind,
my
mind, it's Spider-Man versus 5 ninjas.
Yeah,
5 red ninjas. Yeah, so I'm blown away with the twist.
Yeah, honestly, at the beginning of it, they were like, these 5 ninjas, they like to sit over here, and you go, oh, and actually just not doing anything with the ninjas, and they're like, you're not doing anything with the ninjas, and I was like, you marketed entirely around the ninjas, and like we're doing something else.
It's crazy to me because I feel like this one was like out the gate, but like so it's gonna probably make $4 billion. My man, the ninjas got everyone into the. I guess it's just got good word of mouth, and everyone likes a Spider-Man movie. So good for them.
Have you ever seen a Destin Daniel Cretton film?
No.
He did Short Term 12.
Is he the director?
He's the director. And I think Short Term 12 is like one of the best dramas I've ever seen. It's an awesome, very intimate movie. And he has brought a level of intimacy to like the relationships in this film that are so strong, to the point that he's gone, it's going to be big, action, bombastic. He's like, but to me, the climax is going to be a conversation.
Yeah, great.
And it is one of these things where I went, wow, I did not realize how wrapped up in this film I was, that I'm just really moved by this conversation that's happening right now.
I feel like Josh Whedon gets a bit of a flack, mainly because of his crimes, but But that like quippiness he gets, like it was always underlined with like really nice tender moments. And like I remember he got like flack for like in that second Avengers one, being like, what if they just go to a cabin and hang out? And they were like, they're gonna be bored. There's like, well, let's just give them. There needs to be these moments, otherwise this nonsense in the sky doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
I don't think a Marvel film's had that for a while, so it's nice to hear they're like, hey guys, we do need the emotional payoffs, otherwise this is pointless. So I'm glad.
It's also just packed with extras.
Yeah, great.
Like the main villain is just like somebody that travels through extras, and it's a physical, like it's not with effects, and so they've just gotten dancers who like can like spin and turn really well, and so that just made it feel really rich. A lot of the movie takes place outside.
I saw all the clips. I was like, thank God they've got off the green screen.
Yeah,
like thank God that third Spider-Man, I know everyone like loved it, but it looks like a fucking horrible. It looks like a Super Bowl commercial with the whole thing. So I can't believe they were like, what if we had a key light?
Yeah.
Like, whoa! Oh my God, a shadow?
There's a part for a gag where he accidentally like swings into a wedding for a hot second, and it's like 150 people all dressed up,
great,
just for like a short bit.
Yeah.
And I went, wow, movies haven't had this money in a while to do this.
Yeah, 100%. You're just like, guys, I know these cost like $300 million. They've got to look it. Like, you've got the money to like give everyone steak for like catering. Just hire a bunch of extras. You know?
I don't know if it's like they finally got out of COVID. Like, I know that Spider-Man movie was entirely shot over COVID. So I'm sure because that movie is, and I rewatched that movie recently, and that is like an empty film.
Yeah.
And this is like so full with people.
Great.
But yeah, really enjoyed this. Thought it was very fun. It just turns out everybody was like, yeah, we all went and saw it opening weekend. I was like, the new Spider-Man? They're like, you're just like Spider-Man.
It's Batman and Spider-Man.
And then when I left,
the remnants, people were like, well, I'll check them out. That Batman too, I'll be there.
Everything could fall apart and Batman and Spider-Man will live forever. But like Spider-Man's like otherworldly. I reckon that third like Spider-Verse movie is going to be fucking huge.
I think so.
It's been such a long wait.
It has been a long wait. And I feel like they were like, it's coming out next year. Like, that.
They've said that every year.
Yeah.
They've been like, no, it's coming out next year. And you're like, have you made it? And they're like, God, no.
We made Hail Mary. God, I made so much more money. Fuck. It's a lot easier to do space. Who knew? Then animate. So they're constantly just like, look at this frame. It took us weeks. You're like, oh, God.
They're like,
one frame.
Spider-Verse ended, there's like 4 directors on it. And you're like, oh, that must have been a nightmare.
What are you giving Spider-Man?
I'm giving it a 3.5. Oscar, what do you want to talk about next?
Carl, we both watched another Pixar film because, again, we're touching 30 pretty aggressively. And you know what? The only thing to make
I'm like months away from touching 30, and it's really hanging over me.
It is not good.
Yeah, I'm looking more tired. I'm losing a lot of hair. I'm having a tough year.
Luckily, I'm full of youth. I took a bunch of pills, so it's all happening.
A part of me thinks maybe you're stealing my youth, but I don't want to.
Don't look under the desk. I'm sapping you dry, a la Avatar.
It's what it feels like.
Yeah,
it feels like this podcast is just a way for you to fucking.
The mics are going into you. They're plugged into your soul.
You're taking my voice.
My voice. No, but we do. Here's the thing: you can look old, but your youthfulness, your hunt for nostalgia never dies.
Yeah.
And so we went, hey, let's both watch WALL-E. You know, on a night out. Is that crazy? Is that bonkers? And we were pretty keen.
We were pro WALL-E.
Yeah.
It came about because we were like, oh, we're pro WALL-E.
Yeah. Everyone's pro WALL-E. Everyone, I feel like it's no. I haven't heard anyone say it's my favorite Pixar, but everyone's like, that's a 4 out of 5 film.
It's the auteurs.
Yeah,
Pixar film.
I've
been telling people I loved WALL-E.
As a child, I went, that's a bunch of fucking, Oscar Bates nonsense. Where my Toy Story 2's at. But as you age up, you go, you know what? The silence, the quiets beforehand, that's beautiful. Look at them. It's such a rich world. And they've got a great environmental message. How good. It's the adults, kids film. So we were like, it's going to go fucking hard. Let's go watch it.
Bad.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Yeah.
I thought this was one of the worst Pixar films. I couldn't believe how much I hated it. And I felt embarrassed. I'd been telling people I've liked WALL-E my whole life.
To the point that now I need to go back and check out Up.
Yeah.
I don't like Up, actually. I don't care for the start, and I think the nonsense. It's actually, I don't like this. Anyway, we're back on WALL-E.
Yeah.
It's
crap.
It's one thing we'll say is, well, one thing I'll say is it's fucking gorgeous. And in moments, of course. But let's just go into it because you got the start,
which is great,
which is WALL-E and Eve fucking about.
Yeah.
We got Wally, very cute little guy, trying to,
Is he? I thought one, Wally was a creep, and two,
He was a creep,
I
but he's
thought
a
Wally sort of sucked as a lead character.
100%. He's a creep to Eve
Yeah.
when they get there. And she's not consenting. I'll say it.
Honestly,
let's open some discourse.
it was a
he's
bit-
problematic. I'll say it.
He
This
was
Wally-
very popular. It was very obsession-y.
Yeah.
Having seen it, was just very obsession-y.
I'm not seeing obsession, but very obsession-y.
felt very obsession-y.
Yeah, get a real big obsession vibe
Yeah.
to this Wally character.
Big. It feels like Wally made a wish.
Yeah, wish wasn't to save the planet. It was to get a goddamn girlfriend.
It's gonna get a side piece,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, she's very white. They
Yeah.
make a big point of that in the film, and that was a bit off on Wally.
It wasn't off, but here's the thing. Eve's a hot piece of ass, and I just think the creators were a bit too
Eve
cruel.
can
there.
get it.
Eve can get it. Those eyes, my God.
Yeah.
Now, that's that bit.
Yeah.
I'm very much enjoying this, but I feel like,
I think it could have been paced better.
what is it? It's about 30 minutes, isn't it?
It's like 20, but it feels 30.
Yeah.
It's not a very long movie.
We get Wally at the start fucking about by himself,
Yeah.
and then we get Eve rocking up there looking for the plant, and then she gets shut down. He's in hibernation. Then they go on the rocket.
Yeah. And then they go up and they find the human race. They've all become very lazy.
Yeah.
You've got like 3 human characters that are run into, but it's mostly about these other robots as well.
The robot upgrade is a point that I forgot about. It also has honestly aged pretty poorly. Even though you might think, oh, we're all addicted to our frickin' phones now, it just feels a bit like, it does feel like it is 20 years old.
Yeah.
And the commentary is definitely, I think, gone now. It's not just like we're all fat slobs that watch TV, we got to go outside and experience life. I feel like that's gone now.
Yeah.
Also, we kill the environment, so it's just, it's over. It just feels a bit disconnected, and it wasn't as great as a rewatch.
I think maybe because it is Pixar's probably its most aggressive message in a film in the environmental state that it wants to talk about, and because it is 20 years old, it just hasn't aged well.
It was at a time where I think it was so like there is actually a good portion of people who don't think the environment matters.
Yes.
So we've got to try and get them on board.
Yeah, I think now, if you're our age, I think you do care about the environment.
Yeah.
And I vote for the environment.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because I saw Wally as a kid. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we had to do Earth Hour. It was
What happened to Earth Hour?
I think we gave up. I
Did
think
we?
I think we actually went.
I hope we didn't lose Earth Hour. Isn't that the reason we have daisies?
The flowers?
Yeah.
No.
And the album.
Oh. No, I don't know what happened to Earth Hour. I think we went, I think we're done. I remember talking to our environmentally, our friend who went to...
It's Al Gore.
It's Al Gore.
We're friends with Al Gore.
He's a great guy. Big friend.
It's still active. Nobody listens. It's 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. March.
Have I said a date? No, just whenever.
Tell you what, as a gay man, I really only put on a lamp. So I'm doing my part.
No, I think we've all sort of... I asked our friend who works in the environment. I was like, so what's the go? She's like, oh, we were done 20 years. We're done. We've lost. It's over. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's that Wally message. Maybe we should just get out of here, huh? Just get out of here. But yeah, no, Wally was definitely, the robot nonsense is crazy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking around, isn't it?
It is a lot of fucking around. It feels very vignette-y once they get up to space. Yeah. And it's just a lot of, where's the plan? Is the plan over here?
It's such a boring, because the captain's not even like, he's like a Hal. That, like, it's that sort of stuff. I just can't believe that the premise is get the plan to a specific thing rather than the captain deck being like pressing a button like we got a plan, let's go home.
Yeah.
That's an annoying thing for them to do.
Yeah.
It's just it's just them doing this. It's just a bit toothless.
It is.
Fuck Wally. Fuck your creepy little pervy ass. I'll say it.
I'm anti-Wally.
Yeah.
I'm anti-Wally.
Yeah. And you can quote us on that.
And just because I don't wanna come as like a Pixar hater, I just need everybody to know I did truly love Hoppers. Really loved Hoppers.
Yeah. It's the modern day Wally, people would say.
Probably is, because that's the environmental one too.
And it's like nonchalant. It's like, yeah, we know it's fucked, but like, what are we like?
I can't wait for 20 years later when I hate Hoppers. It's gotta be a moment.
Oh my god! But Lampo, you got just JL Lampo. It's a great film.
That'll be really good.
Yeah, that'll be really
I bet it'll be like there needs to be more bamboo. Be like, oh my god.
But we should write for Pixar. This is just flowing.
What's the message? There should be more bamboo.
Yeah.
That thing that chews up a lot of water.
No, yeah. Shut up. We got loads of water. Fuck off.
You've been to the sea lately?
Shitting water over there.
What'd you give Wall-E?
I gave it a 3 out of 5. What did you give Wall-E?
You reminded me we watched it prior to the podcast, and I quickly went and reviewed it. And in my heart, I went to give it a 2.5, and then I just dropped it to a 2. And over the course of chatting about it right now, 1.5.
That's brutal. That is crazy hateful. That's nuts.
Straight up would rather watch The Kissing Booth 2 than watch Wall-E again. I really disliked Wall-E. I thought Wall-E was a bore.
You're going to come back in 10 years' time and be like, I gave Wall-E a 1.5. Wall-E's not a 1.5 film.
I'm setting myself up to like it later.
That's so true.
Because then I could be one of these people that was like, I was a hater.
You were a lover, then hater, then lover. You know it. It's the classic Wall-E spike. It's the Wall-E parameter. It keeps flipping back. Carl, we also watched another film together. That's right. We're friends outside of this.
That's right.
Yeah.
We hang out.
We have.
We watched Titanic.
Yeah.
And look, if people actually want to know the context, we watched Titanic and then we watched Wall-E.
Yeah.
And so it was a double bill.
And
maybe that was tough for Wall-E.
Yeah.
To come hot off the heels of Titanic.
Yeah, look, 5 hours of watching films and 3 of those are Titanic, you're going to be a bit burnt out.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough watch. Look, we're a part of a group that watches Titanic yearly. One person absolutely adores it, and their enthusiasm is totally right. I've always liked Titanic, but now I'm such a lover of Titanic.
It has really only grown on me the couple of years I've now watched it. At the start, when I first watched it young, I was a bit like, freaking chick flick,
Lame.
I want to see freaking, I don't know, Django Unchained. I don't know who I was. But the more you watch it, the more you go, fuck, they are blowing up a ship. The spectacle on display.
It's unreal.
It is nuts. They get shots of a full... You can't complain about a film that goes, we built a boat and then we sunk it.
Yeah.
I can't, what am I to do? And then on top of that, they put a bunch of people on that boat and they're all going to fall and they're going to hurt themselves.
Yeah.
We don't care. We're going to film it.
Yeah. And then we're just going to give 2 of the best hotties of the time who are going to do a great performance. Then you've got, I think, Billy Zane almost doing... Robert Pattinson in the Odyssey.
So slimy.
Twirling a mustache.
He wants to tie to the rail tracks. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's so good. And I think the best thing about James Cameron is he used to lace his blockbusters with a tiny bit of camp. And that's what made them so inherently likable. And it made them such a movie.
So appealing as well.
Yeah.
It's a broad film, and not in a bad way. Just more like we are almost doing not like a teleplay, but almost like a very a play almost.
Yeah.
Like it's very like a musical almost.
Yeah,
in that tone.
They could burst into song at any point.
Totally.
And I think the best thing about the movie is I think he spends so much time getting you into this romance and just the spectacle of enjoying the ship, because all of the first half of the movie is really well paced.
Yeah,
they hit the iceberg at 90 minutes in. Spoilers. And so the next 90 minutes after that is even at a quicker pace. Now it's a thriller.
It's 3 hours 15, and I mean, look, in fairness, I thought that some of the stuff at the start is a little.
There's no fat.
Well, there's a little bit. Of
there's
fat.
No fat.
There's a lot of.
You need that because the closure to the film is what she does at the end. Oscar, it's what she does at the end. There's no fat.
When they're like, okay, whatever.
There's no fat.
No,
I don't know what you want mom to fucking say. There's no fat.
There's a little bit of fat.
But what's great about it...
But you forget about the fat after you watch 90 minutes of the quickest... It goes so quick at the end. There's 30 minutes of them on that at the end. Fantastic. There's a lot of submarine stuff.
What would you do? You'd just cut out the old lady?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would your ending be? Huh?
I don't know. Rose,
just that she's there?
I don't mind if she's remembering it, on a beach.
Boring.
Yeah,
and that's why you're not James Cameron.
Look,
because he goes, you've got to get invested in the old lady now too. And that's what's genius. No, what's so good is because he's doing a movie that is going, I think this is a good movie. And what's going to happen on this day to them is they'll just hit an iceberg and be thrust into a life or death situation.
Yeah.
And that's what I think really fucking clicks about it, is he's so interested in getting you invested in it pre the event.
I'm invested in Rose and Jack.
Yeah.
I don't care about this old lady.
Well, that's Rose.
You're joking.
That's
You're
Rose.
joking.
Oh, so you missed it.
I thought
That's why you thought there wasn't any fat. You missed it.
Yeah, I was thinking there's a lot of fat with this lady hanging about, but I thought she was scamming.
You thought that was Leo.
I thought
you were like, Leo's looking.
Leo's in a wig. He looks bad, but God, he never looked bad. Really, he's a great guy. It's so great. It's just sick. And they blow up they just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? You're right. Like, you are invested in these guys. And to the point that you're like, I don't think Rose and Jack actually have like a moment when the ship's like sinking. They have like, of course they're running around, but they don't feel like they're like in love. Like, they're just, let's get off the boat.
It really feels like two people just trying to survive.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so good about the last 90 minutes is that it's just two people trying to fucking survive a situation. It's great.
It is great
It's
stuff.
absolutely great. Who knew James Cameron could do it?
God, he's good.
He has moments in that new Avatar. I think that new Avatar could have been the best one, but he is bogged down by a lot of whale fucking politics. I don't know why he bothered with that.
Look, here's the thing. You said there's no fat in this. I say there's no fat in that. So how about there's no way of blubber? There's no blubber in that. Okay.
Look, either way, and I think what they should have done, take Spider out of Avatar, pop him into Titanic.
Him resting on that little iceberg? God, he'd be good. God, he'd be good, isn't he? Man, it's just, and there's so many little micro things. I feel like just all pay off. God, it's good, isn't it? Carl, what'd you give Titanic?
I gave it a 5.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I'm going to give it a 5.
Yeah, I've gone from, I think I started like a 3. I've gone all the way to a 4. Probably next year I'll do a 4.5, and maybe I'll go down again.
You're anti-5. You're not a big 5er, are you?
On letter, it's got to be my favorite.
Yeah,
it's got to be my favorite.
Yeah,
I've got little niggly things. There's a lot of fat in this one. I'm not giving a 5-star to a fatty film. I'm a lean 5-star film. Okay.
What's absolutely excellent is we have been getting lots of emails lately. I don't know what's maybe spurred that on. Maybe it's our new lease on life.
Yeah.
That we have.
Ask wwwtpodcast@gmail.com. Question: recommending a movie. Just saying hi. We love to hear it, and please send it. I need to reply to some.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we do need to reply to some, but straight up, we've had a few emails, and we do a first come, first serve basis. And so we're going to be doing The Last House next week.
Yeah, which is a Netflix original.
Yeah.
We will get the email up next week, but we're very keen. We can't wait. So yeah, if you got a film, send us an email. If you just say hi, we've got some lovely ones also in the can.
You can say hi. Yeah. We'll reply. One of us will reply.
Precisely.
We like to keyboard it up.
Of course.
Keyboard it up.
Thank you very much for listening, and yeah, whatever, you got to sign off.
No, I never do.
No,
I'm waiting.
It's kind of your moment, isn't it?
It's like I like people to think I've left.
Yeah, it's good.
I like people to think you're wrapping it up, and I'm
you're literally
out
out
of
the limo. It's crazy. You're such a diva. You set a 1 hour timer, and the second that goes off, you just leave. Constantly, I'm trying to fill the air at the end.
I've sat in sunnies the whole time too. Just been looking at yourself,
smoking at me. It's pretty aggressive.
Been blowing smoke in your face.
You wouldn't believe how big the cigar is in your mouth.
It's huge. I ripped it off of a child too. I said you can't have all of those Cubans to yourself.
Yeah, those damn children, aren't they just running around the Cubans in the
Sydney's got a Cuban cigar crisis with children.
Yeah. It's a Cuban missile crisis. That's what that's it. Anyway, Carl, goodbye.